Hello and welcome to the Discover History YouTube channel. And since we got back from Hadrian's Wall, we have noticed that we haven't done recently a Monday mystery. And obviously, because today's a Monday, what better than start the week with a Monday mystery? Now, if you think back, we've had medieval padlocks, we've had a very tricky one, the Roman forceps for removing the tonsils, for example. So today we're in the 20th century. So it's a 20th century object, and I want you to guess what this is. I'll describe it to you as normal. I'll show you a picture of it, and then all you need to do is comment on here, or when you see it appear on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, you can also comment on there. So have a little guess, have a little bit of a play, and see if you know what this object is. Are you ready? There we go. Probably the worst lantern in history because you can't actually see out of it. It's extremely heavy. That's all I'm going to tell you to start with. It's a very weighty object, so it's something that's not lightweight at all. But interestingly, if we start at the very top, we do actually have a handle attached to it. So there is a handle, very much like a handle on top of a bucket, or even if you think of a hurricane lamp, the lamps that people used to use years ago with oil in, it's very much the same handle as that, really. So you've got a handle at the top, a carrying handle as such, and then we've also got here a brass plug. Now that plug is attached to this black piece of metalwork here, and this is extremely important. Now, just so you know, this piece of black metal is actually holding that brass in the air. In other words, if I flick that out, that brass cap will be fired downwards. So a little bit of a clue there. It's made out of metal and basically consists of a cylinder, a metal cylinder, and then on the outside, as you can see, we've got some rope, and if you look carefully, that rope is actually wired on. So it's wired to hold it in position. So there's got to be a reason why there is rope going all the way around it. Now, something you won't be able to smell, because obviously we haven't invented smell-o-vision yet, is the smell of tar. So you're probably thinking, well, it's got a handle on it, it's got rope on it, and it's got tar on it. So it must be something from the Royal Navy in the 20th century, because you have to remember I gave you that clue, it's the 20th century. So what is this metal object covered in rope with a handle at the top? Now, some people might be thinking it's got to be a lantern of some description, maybe a blacked out lantern. Famously, Guy Fawkes used a blacked out lantern during the Gunpowder Plot, for example. Famously, famously, he was found holding it in his hand. It could be, and this is what Ian Riley first of all guessed it was something off a ship. So 20th century Royal Navy, and maybe it goes over the side, the sort of thing that stops your boat bashing into other boats, maybe. It could be that, I'm not sure. Or is it something else? So all you need to do is have a little guess. It's metal, extremely heavy, and it's got coiled rope wired in and completely tarred, and you can smell it from here. The interesting thing has to be below the handle there is a little brass cap and a little metal bar. If the metal bar comes out, the brass cap disappears inside the container. So what is it? This is only a replica one, as there is no way I would like to hold a real one. So have a little guess what you think that is. Comment on here, or comment on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and tomorrow, about this time probably, we'll give you the answer. On that note, subscribe, stay safe, and have a little guess. Hopefully you won't have a sleepless night worrying about what that object is. Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye bye.